Well, the security forces, Becky, have managed to push the protesters back up the street from the Ittihadiyya Palace, the seat of the Egyptian president. In those clashes, at least one man killed, shot in the head and the chest, we're told by hospital sources, with live ammunition. More than 24 people wounded. Those clashes ongoing as we speak. Just a little while ago, live on Egyptian TV, we saw one of those protesters who was grabbed by the riot police. They stripped him naked and beat him on the ground. Pictures, as I said, broadcast live on Egyptian television. There are clashes ongoing in other parts of Cairo, just off of Tahrir, south of Tahrir, near the American embassy as well. Now, President Mohammed Morsi has said that the security forces will act decisively to protect government institutions. He's put responsibility on this violence on the opposition and called on the opposition to pull its supporters out of the area around the Ittihadiyya Palace. However, the opposition says their supporters had nothing to do with those protests. What is clear is there is a broad, widening gap between what people are doing in the streets of Cairo and other Egyptian cities and what the politicians are talking about among themselves. Becky?
Ben, if there was one demand that you can hear being voiced by those protesters tonight, it is what?
It's simple. It's the same demand we heard during the revolution. The people want to topple the regime. The period of political compromise seems to be fading. The opposition has been in talks about trying to calm down the situation with the Muslim Brotherhood, not with Mohammed Morsi, the president. Now, one of the main grievances is, of course, the Constitution that was passed in a referendum by more than 60% of those who voted, who were actually only 30% of the electorate. But at this point, what we're hearing from people outside of Ittihadiyya Palace is they just want the Muslim Brotherhood to go. It's that simple. Becky?